Hello, everyone. Tonight I wanted to make a video because I want to share with you some important updates about prophecy and what is happening in the world. Many people were expecting a rapture between September 23rd and 24th. When you go to YouTube and you search for that, there are many videos that speak about it in favor or against it. And so people get their hopes up about this, and the day passes and they are disappointed, or they are try to seek more understanding. But the Lord is giving understanding about the time, not just about a rapture date, but about the fulfillment of his prophecy. Because in Revelation, all the prophecies of Revelation were given to reveal the time as the revelation of Jesus Christ. And as we look up to God's clocks, like we have encouraged everybody to do with our videos, we have shared about the time that is elapsing right now. And on September 21st began the first hour of the fall of Babylon, and was also the culmination of the prophecy of the hour, day, month, and year of the sixth trumpet. And after that, there's going to be major events taking place that are related to prophecy. And many people need to understand that. So I shared already about how Charlie Kirk's memorial service was on that date of the solar eclipse. And then the following day, we learned about the UN meetings that were going on, and President Trump spoke at the meeting yesterday, September 23rd. And it was an interesting discourse that he gave, and there was many commentaries about it. But you can see where things are heading. There's a lot of more division taking place. And later on the same day, in the afternoon, he shared a post on Truth Social that was really interesting and significant, because he was basically stoking the fire, in a sense, towards the war that is taking between Russia and Ukraine. And this happened exactly at the time when in Jerusalem they were sighting the moon for the first day of Tishri, the seventh month, and the day of Trumpets. And so this related to what people are saying in regards to why rapture would happen at this time. But it did not happen. It just happened like in 2017, when people were expecting a rapture during the course of the woman sign of Revelation 12 in the constellation of Virgo. But at that time, we were not expecting a rapture, even though we recognized the sign as well, because we understood from God's clock that it was pointing to the fourth trumpet. And at this time again, we were not expecting a rapture on September 23rd or today, 24th, because we understand that God is revealing the time in relation to how the prophecies are fulfilled. The first hour of the fall of Babylon, the second hour, the third hour. And so the things that are developing in the world are super important to understand where they fit in prophecy as a whole. And so this declaration from Trump elicited backlash, of course, from Russia. And he interestingly named them a paper tiger. But like you see in this news, it says Russia is a bear, not a paper tiger. And God is giving understanding about why this language has been used. And in our website, we have shared an article that talks about this in relation to a prophetic dream that was given. So I want to, at this point, invite you to join our Telegram chat and also our newsletter group, where we announce important updates like what is happening at this time. And we study together. Now, something super interesting that I want to add is the other day I shared about these comets that are coming together and coming closer to Earth this month, October, November, December. And like we have in our timeline that goes up to December in the Feast of Hanukkah. And we explain about that in the video, The Midnight Cry, this video. So I want to mention that this news about the celestial comets that are approaching Earth is really unprecedented. And today we recognized another super important news about two novae that were discovered, and one day after other, by this scientist, John Siege. And it's super important because the first nova was discovered in the constellation of Sagittarius on September 21st. Now look, September 21st, that was the date that we said that prophecy of the hour, the month and year was to expired or finished. And then the second one, this one was discovered the following day in the constellation of Centaurus. And there's an important application to prophecy that is related to this discovery. And we are producing a video that we will publish on our channel and on our website, and this the finished mystery category. And so we invite you to subscribe to us to our newsletter and Telegram to know when the video comes out, because in detail it will be explained how this fits in prophecy. This is really unusual and amazing, because earlier this year we published an article called Are You Shaken or Sealed, where we showed the previous two novas that were also appearing this year, also in a very important location in the sky and in the heavens, and how they fit with the prophecy of Revelation 11. And so when we share the studies, we share how all the prophecies that Jesus and God put in the Bible is for our guidance, so that we can see how the symbolism that was written in Revelation is applied in the heavens, and what happens on earth, and what it means, what it points to. That's why on our website we say Unlocking Revelation with Biblical Astronomy, revealing God's prophetic clocks in the heavens. So we are not guessing around, or I don't want to undermine people's faith. So we're not putting our hope in a date like these people were, because we understand the working of God's clock on the Mazzaros, and that's what we share with everybody, so that people are not disappointed when a date passes. I see a lot of people that says, okay, September 23rd, no, maybe it's the next date, or maybe it's the next time, or maybe this feast, or maybe this important heavenly event, and a conjunction of some sort. And those perhaps have a place in the big scheme of things, but God has a very harmonious story to tell through the heavens and his prophetic word. And the things that are happening and the further divisions that are taking place will show in the days and weeks to come that the end is here. God is revealing the time, and that this is the time for all his children to be ready and to understand what is happening in the world, and what place the events that we see elapsing have in his prophetic word. So again, please join our Telegram channel, because the video that we're making, we have a lot more details that I've shared in this introductory video about some new things that are happening. And we want everybody to have the correct understanding and the guidance that the Lord wants to grant at this time, so that our lamps be bright like this nova, shining in the darkness.